Hello, beautiful people. How are we doing today? Please, if you are connected, let me know if you can hear me very well. Please let me know if the voice is okay, if the sound is okay. And please tell us where you are watching us from. I am very sorry for the late start of this live stream. I'm very, very sorry for that. I had some technical issues in which I just figured out what was exactly the issue. So please connect with us and let's get started. So I got very interesting things to tell you today. So if you have not yet registered for the GV lottery, and then I think you're gonna benefit a lot from this live stream. So make sure you connect with us today. Share the live with your people so they can connect, and let's get started. If you are connected, please let me know if everything is okay, if you can hear us, if the sound is okay. If the sound is okay, please let me know. Okay. Let me know if the sound is okay, please. Let me know. So as the title says, we'll be talking about, we'll be comparing the photo tool as well as Photoshop in resizing DV lottery photos. So I made a couple of videos, which I think the links are in the description, that you can check on how to crop your photo. The first thing, you can check how to take DV lottery photos with your phone. And secondly, how to take DV lottery photos with a digital camera. And there is a video on how you can crop those pictures using the photo tool, which is the easiest and the most rapid in resizing your DV lottery photos. You also got Photoshop, which I use the most. I use Photoshop all the time in order to resize this picture. I think some people, they complain about using Photoshop, that the DV program, Logic program, they always reject pictures with crop by Photoshop. But if you know anything like that, please let me know in the description, because I am not aware about that. Yeah. So if you are connected, let me know where you are watching us from so we can go. So let me check to see the photos that I got. So let me switch on to my screen. So this is my screen. This is my screen that we will be working with. We got Photoshop. So I already made this screen. If you need a design like this one, you need this template, then you let me know so I can send it to you, so that when resizing your picture, you don't need to stress again. So we used to say from here to here, that is there, as from your eyes to the top of your head to where, to the bottom of your chin, I mean to say, you have between 300 pixel and 414 pixel. And from your eyes here right up to where the image will be cut, we have 336 to 414 pixel. So you have to make sure you respect those those framing or those dimensions when it comes to resizing your photo. And now, before you even go to that, you have to be sure of what you are filming. You have to make sure you are getting the proper image, the proper photo, according to the recommendations. That is, your eyes, they fall like on the same line, means your body, you are looking straight into the camera, you are not tilting your head like this. Because when a line will be drawn, a horizontal line, that horizontal line should touch your two eyes. That means if you turn your eyes like this, you can't see anything. If you turn your eyes, you can't see anything. If you turn your eyes, you can't see anything. So if you look straight into the camera, your eyes are falls on the same line. It equally means that your head at least is straight to an extent. And you have to be sure of the background that you are using, because the background also is a big issue. Some people will come up with twisted background, like the photos that I receive from people. I mean, they have like a white background, which is not even that white. That's why we say we need a plain white background. You have to be sure you are using a plain white background. That is what is recommended. A plain white background is what is needed. So when you use that plain white background, it should not also have lines, because it can be a plain white background. That's why we say plain, means it should be flat. There shouldn't be like some folds. It shouldn't be like twisted like what you are seeing, like my cloth. So we don't need any twisted surface on it. And it should be the brightness of that cloth should be uniform throughout, because in some areas it might be dark. That means that image lacks light, and in other areas it might be too bright. It means there is too much light. So you have to be sure the light is uniform throughout the plain white background. Those are the requirements when taking your DV photos. Your ears, they must see your two ears. And if your two ears can't be seen, you can always look for a piece of cloth, like a tissue or a small toilet roll. You just mold it like this, and then you put it under your ears to make your ears pop up. I think I made a video like that, in which you can always check in the links in the description. And it's also preferable not to put on a white cloth, because that white cloth will look exactly like the white background, which is not good, So make sure you put on something different from the white background. So maybe I've forgotten something, but I think I already made a video, so you can switch to that video and have a good notion on how to on how to take, on how to take TV photos. What are the requirements? So it's something that is once a year. So if truly you want to migrate to the US, make sure you go to a photo studio where you can take a better and clean photo. Don't just take any type of photo yourself. You can spend money. Yeah, if you want to travel, then you need to spend the money. A photo studio will cost about 1,000 yen, or sorry for saying 1,000 yen, is like 1,000 depending on your currency. It's not that expensive for what you want. So for what you want, you should be so Now the next thing here is the DV entry site. I included the links in the description. You have to make sure you use the DV entry site only. There is nothing like using any other DV entry site. You must use the GV recommended site. We don't have two websites, so if you fall into any type of site, be careful. And there is no money that you have to pay when submitting your entry for the GV lottery. There's nothing you have to pay. You can only pay money when it comes to taking your photos in a photo studio, or you pay someone to help you process the application online. But you can do that all alone using your phone, using your PC. You only need the link, and if you are using the phone, means you must have downloaded a picture in your phone. If at all you took it from, you took it at a photo studio. So let us not waste much time. Let us proceed and see how we can use the photo tool first, and then next we see how we can use Photoshop. Let me try to locate some files, and then let me search for the files that we will be working with. Please, if you are connected, just type below so I know where you are watching us from. Yeah, I think many people they waited and they couldn't get in touch. I'm sorry. So right now I'm searching for the file that will be working. I hope I will get them. So if you have any questions, please let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments why I'm looking for those files that we will be working with. Normally I don't know where did I keep those files. Sorry for taking your time. So after this live stream, I will include timestamps so that you can skip right away and go to the exact point that you want to work with. Honestly, I don't. Why did I keep those? Oh my God, why are those files? Please let us know where you are watching. I'm sorry for about this. I didn't mean to take much of your time. How do I get the location of these files? I have so many. Okay, project TV 25. Okay, file H. Okay, I got those files. I got those files right now. So let us start. We will be using the photo tool first, and then secondly we will dive into using Photoshop. Oh my god, the streaming service seems to be poor. That's the message that I'm getting from YouTube. Yeah, can we keep white background? Yeah, Mr. Bivanda, I'm getting you. Thanks for joining. Can we keep white background of the photo from Photoshop, please? Can we keep? Can we keep? Are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that can we change the background? Is that what you are trying to say? Is that what you are trying to say? Can we keep the background? Can we change the background? If at all that is your question, if you are trying to change the white background, and then you should be professional enough. If you are trying to change the white background, you should be professional enough when changing the white background. So I don't know if that is exactly what your question is. I'm sorry for answering this late. I was instead looking at my computer because I can't really see the comment section right now. I was looking to see the comments. So if you are changing the background, you should be sure of what you are doing. You should be professional enough when it comes to changing the white background, because it means if you are changing the white background, it means that you are equally trimming some areas, and trimming those areas, if you are not professional enough, and then you will always face difficulties. So be careful when trying to trim those areas if you want to change the background. Yeah, it means we can change background of the photo because one short background not proper good. Yeah, you can change the background if you master Photoshop. If you master Photoshop enough, you can change the background. But I would not recommend you to try to change the background, because if you have a white cloth, it means you can equally retake that photo. I even recommend even if you have to go to the photo studio about twice just to get the best photo that will fit your need. I think that will be better than you doing something that you will be doing years upon years upon years upon years. So a plain white background like this paper, like white, means we want something plain like this. We want something plain, and when it is plain, it means you can't use it without any fear, and you use light. Make sure you use light, and if you are too close to that white background, you're gonna have like shadows on the white background, which is not good. So like keep some gap, a gap like this is okay from the background. So I don't know if I answered your question. Just keep away from the background. Pick your, is it your PK? Yeah, thanks for confirming that you can hear me. I am really sorry. I wasn't watching the chat. The chat seems to be slower here. So I will go to next. So we are starting using Photoshop. So I will open. Let me go to change my screen so that we can see what I'm doing. So these are the pictures that I want to work with, that we will be working with. The pictures that I took in during my last live. No, it wasn't live stream. My last video that I made on how to take your photos with your phone. So I will go first using this window. Normally should be shown. This is my live stream window. So this is photo tool. This is photo tool. Yeah. So this is photo tool. When you go to Google, you just type the photo tool, or you have the link. When you start applying, you will always get a photo sample. When you click on photo sample, from there you will have access to the photo tool if you can't get it directly on Google. So what happens with the photo tool is that you just double click here. There is photo requirements. If you need to know what are the photo requirements, just click on photo requirement. You can use photo tool on your phone. You can use photo tool on the PC. So it's very simple. Photo tool is very fast, and somehow it gives you a good result. But I want to say it gives the best result because I've tested some photos and photos of people who sent to me to resize for them. And when I use the photo tool and later on put it in Photoshop, I was able to see that the image wasn't centered, even though it shouldn't be that most accurate. But when I use Photoshop, I tend to be sure I put everything at the center, so nothing fails when it comes to using Photoshop. So please like this, like the live, share the live so that other people can join us. If you got any question, don't hesitate to answer. Can we keep white background of the photo from Photoshop? Okay, I already answered that one. So this is photo 2. You got the photo examples here, but this chain, I don't know if this chain normally shouldn't be accepted. Yeah, but this is directly from the website. I don't know how they managed to confirm that this photo with a chain is accepted, so I don't know. So the ones that they are marked red, it can't be accepted. So the lightning is not good enough. This one, there is shadow behind. This one is okay. This one is not a white background. It's like a gray background, which is not accepted. So this is photo tool. I will just double click on this photo tool, choose photo. I just double click here and then go wherever I want to locate my images. For me, let me locate them very fast like this. So these are the pictures. Even my own white background is not that perfect. So this is photo tool. Photo tool, we just do it this way. I don't know, there's no possibility for me to zoom. And when they crop, right, those are the limitations of photo tool. It's difficult for you to reposition the image. Looking at this picture here, I don't know if you can see it clearly. This is done by photo tool. But looking at it, this person is not centered. If you can see very well, this person is not centered from his right side. From his right side, he's not centered. So when I will download this picture, let me download it, accept and proceed, and I will choose download image to your device. So let me download the image and then I will open it. So when you crop an image, let me not, these are pictures of people that normally I shouldn't be exposing them like this. Good. It shouldn't be like I use their photos to do something with. So this is the picture. So we are going to position this picture now in Photoshop to see what it's going to give us. This white background normally is not a perfect white background. It's not really that plain. I mean pure white, but it is at least a plain, somehow plain. So I will open this in Photoshop. This is Premiere Pro. This is Photoshop. I already made this. So if you want to start this from fresh, you go to File, you go to New, and from here you set this to 600. Make sure this is in pixel. You set this to 600. 600 like this. This other one 600. And the resolution, which is GPI. GPI here, you set it to 300. Yeah, you set it to 300 pixel per inch, and then put the RGB color. RGB color, okay. You go down. Working area RGB or sRGB. They recommend sRGB, so you can switch here to sRGB or what Photoshop will show you. This is sRGB. They want that color mode in your photo. So those are one of the requirements. Those are one of the photo requirements, that your picture has to be in sRGB color mode. So this one square pixel is okay. There's no problem with that one. So after that, you go to create. It is a square image. So you will get this. Now I will just place my picture by going to File. I go to Place Embedded, and I will locate the file. I will locate the file like this. Okay, this is my file. It was saved under. It was saved here. So this is it. You see that it automatically matches with the frame 600 by 600. Now let's see if this image is centered. We go to Window, we go to New Guide. Go down until you find New Guide. Where is Guide? You have to look for Guide or New Guide, something like that. How comes I can't find my new guides here. These people, they keep updating this thing in such a way that sometimes you'll be looking for something in which they just change the name to something else. Oh my god, where is this guide? Okay. Okay, view. Did they switch to? Okay, guides, it's under view. You go to view, go to guide, and then you'll find a new guide. So new guide, now I will set this new guide to 50%. I mean, it should be vertical. I don't need the horizontal. It should be vertical, and then I will put percent, control, shift, and then I click on percent. So this is the line. This line is indicating that it is at the center. So when looking at this picture now, this picture is not really at the center because it's not touching the nose from here. It's not touching the nose. So normally this person, if I was to resize it, this person, it had to be like this. And if I zoom in like that, you see that this place becomes a gap. This place now is a gap. This place becomes a gap, which is not okay. So those are like the limitations of the photo tool. Those are the limitations of the photo tool. So if I were to do this image in Photoshop, it will be very fast. So now let's see if Photoshop will, if we can do it with Photoshop without any problem. So I will place my image here. Let me just take it from here and then I will drop it here. So this is a frame like I said. So I will measure it from here. This is just a square that I added so that I can turn it on or off. This is the rectangle. This is the rectangle. If I want to change the dimension of this rectangle, I will just select the rectangle like this one. I go to properties. This is properties. If you don't find properties here, you will go to Windows and then you scroll down until you find properties. When you click on properties, it will now pop up over here for you to be using on this sidebar panels for easy navigation. So this is properties, and I will scroll down. What I'm interested at is the height. This is the height from here to here. So the height, this square here or this rectangle, the current height is 379 pixel. Px, it means pixel. So if I want to increase it, I will just do it like this. I'm increasing it to make this fall under his chin. So I just made it fall under his chin and it's giving me a height of 433 pixel, and it is more than the recommended height. If at all, we have to maintain the size of the head. This is what photo tool cropped. This is the image crop by photo tool. You will always find the name crop something here. If you can look at my layers panel, when you crop an image with photo tool, they will always put in front of the file name cropped. So this image is not properly cropped according to the GB recommendation or the GB requirement, because the size of this head is more than the recommended size. So it is too far more than the recommended. Also, okay, let's go now from the measurements from the eyes to where the image is being cut. And when I will click on this other rectangle, I will go to properties. The current dimension is 362. So I will make it to fit into the eyes. I will reduce it like this. Okay, it is taking it from down, so I will use arrow keys and then bring it down so that it touches the bottom where the image is cut like this. So I have a size of 350. 350 is okay because it is recommended it falls between 336 to 414. So it is between 350. It is 350, which is between that range. So the problem that we are having now is the head. The head is far more than 414. The head is 433, which is not what it doesn't fall between the normal size. And also the person is not is not centered, it's not at the middle. That's why this vertical line, the vertical line is supposed to touch your nose, divide your body into two. That is not the case. So let us go ahead now and resize this photo using Photoshop, or we can try it another way using the photo tool. So let me remove this photo, or I will do it manually. Let me do it manually. Okay, let me do it manually. This photo, let me do it manually. So if you are not sure of what you are doing, you can go to crop manually, which is, I believe, is the best option. Crop manually. And when you are cropping manually, you have to click on the eyes. There is an example there. Take this first eye like this, bring it up. Okay, let me choose the photo. Choose photo. So crop manually. What are the, okay, close tutorial. Yeah, you close tutorial. Pick this first eye and match it with the left or with the right eye. So match it like this. Take this other one, match it like this, and then boom, they will crop the photo for you. I think it's still the same thing. It's not different from the first one they did. It's not different from what they did. It's not different. There's no difference in it. So that is like one of the drawbacks of using photo tool. But the advantage of using photo tool here is because it's very fast. So if you take a beautiful photo and you yourself, you stand at the middle of that photo tool can easily crop that photo with the best result. So my question now and my worry is, since it is like a software from the GV, program, if they themselves, when we apply using these pictures, they tend to reject them. I don't know, because it is being cropped by the photo tool. But when you crop using the photo tool, it respects the dimensions. I mean, like the output dimensions. So if you want to check using your camera, using your PC, just select it and hit Alt Enter. Alt Enter, you go to details. Details, now you scroll down, you see that this is 600 by 600. This is 300 GPI. The bit depth is 24, which is what is recommended, and and is also sRGB. So the advantages of photo tool is that it is very fast to use. But if at all you can use Kamen, thank you. Yeah, I found it under view. So you see the drawbacks now of using photo tool. I don't know if you have any drawbacks of using photo tool. Let me know the one that you like to use the most, if it is photo tool or it is Photoshop. Let me know in the comment section. So right now I will use this photo in Photoshop without using what the one that we cropped using photo tool. So I will open my image like this. I will right click on my image, then go to open with, then I will select Photoshop. So this is my image that I took. I shot it here in my place. The background might be somehow not good, I mean, like for this live stream. So I didn't set it up because I was busy. That is why I'm doing this live stream, because I don't have time, and people are sending pictures for me to crop, which I really don't have time. So I will drag this and drop it here like this. So it will occupy or Control T to resize it. And there is a way that you make sure you don't fault the image while resizing it. It will depend on the version of Photoshop that you are using. I'm currently using Photoshop 2024, and still beside that, it depends on your settings. Like me, if I want to resize this photo so that it should respect all the corners, I will hold Alt and Shift. Maybe in some computers you need to hold just Alt to make it. Let me hold Alt. You see how it is twisting the photo. Control Z to go back. Control Z to go back. Control Z to go back. Did I just close that? What am I even doing? Sorry for this picture. I thought I just selected everything and I grouped them under one folder. Control G. So this is the picture. I will bring it here. Control T to resize. Hold down Alt Shift, bring it down so that it should respect the normal shape while bringing it down like this. So I will place it and so that it falls. I'm using the arrow keys now to make it look straight like this. So I will also do this. I will take my rollers, Control arrow to activate your rollers from the top here, so that I can place it and to see if the eyes falls on the same line. It must not be 100% accurate, but if the line is not touching the greater portion of, touching the eyes from both corners, touching the greater portion of your eyes, means there is a problem. But you can always resize the photo like this, Control T, and then you just rotate it a little if you want it to be really accurate. And when doing that, you also have to be careful that it shouldn't slip off the frame that you are using. Okay, Cameron style, is it Sky? Yeah, don't go. I'm asking that question right away. I just got your question. So let me finish with this picture and then I will show it to you. So right now, I'm done with this one. Let me check to see if the size is okay. I will select the rectangle and I will go to my properties. Properties here, I'm seeing the size to be 379. It shows that if I increase this size, it will be more than 414. So I have to reduce the size of this person. Control T, like this. I hold down Alt and Shift, and then I will resize it like this. I can push it up a little, and I hit Enter. If it's still more than 414 here, the size of the head is still more than 414. It is 420, means I have to still bring it down. Control T, Alt Shift, I bring it down like this. I can balance it the way it was before, so that you see you have more control when you are using Photoshop. Now I just did the resize. This one is still 420. Let me reduce it a little. The last is 414. So make sure you don't even cross like 410. Like 410 is okay. You should limit yourself around at 410. 414 is the last. So this is 410 and it falls exactly. See that the head from here to the chin is 410 using Photoshop. Now from the eyes to the bottom, I will select this other rectangle. So these rectangles are rectangles that I created myself. So I will select this rectangle and go back to properties. It is showing 362, but I have to bring it down a little. I can see use Control T and then I bring this one down, maybe holding Shift to bring just from the head, just the top, or I don't hold Shift depending on your Photoshop version. You see, this is exactly touching the eye and the bottom. Now the dimension here is what, 343. Now let us go ahead and save this photo. And before saving it, I will uncheck this dimension. This is a fold. It is a group. I will uncheck it to only have the picture. I hope you can see it clearly. I will go now to File, Save As, Save a copy. Save a copy, not export. Okay, let me first go with export. If I go to export as, the drawback of using export as is that it will not give me 300 dpi. It will not give me 300 dpi. Make sure you save the image as JPG. JPG is okay. Don't save it as a PNG. You either save it, if you find JPG, you use it. If you find JPEG, then you use it. They are the same thing. So scroll down. You see here, convert to sRGB color space. We need sRGB color space. Your image must be in sRGB color space. So please, camera, look very well, because we are getting to your question. So I will go to export and choose where. Let me just choose desktop for easy going, so that I should not be. Let me just save this under my desktop DB. So I will save it under here. Save. This is save. This is save. Okay. Now let's locate our desktop. Where is the folder? Okay, this is folder. So right now, if you select this, go to Alt Enter to check the details. Go to details, scroll down. You see that the vertical resolution here and the horizontal resolution is showing at 96 dpi. Normally it's supposed to be 300 dpi. It is showing 96 dpi. So that is already not what we had to use, right? So I will go back in Photoshop. I want to save it so that we can have the 300 dpi. So I will go to File. If at all you are using newer versions of Photoshop, but older versions of Photoshop, you save it like that, it will always give you the right resolution. So make sure after you must have saved it, you should check to see if it's exactly what is recommended. So right now, I will go to File. I will go to Save a Copy. If you are using newer versions of Photoshop, like as from Photoshop 2020, I think so, or Photoshop 2019, save a copy, not save as, save a copy, and then you will find under here the file name. You can write the file name that you want to use. You can now go to save as type, means you want to save it as what type of file. So click on that drop menu and then you select JPEG, JPEG, select it, and you go to save, and then you will get here the maximum. The file size is listed here as 186, which is okay. But what if I go to, I increase it, I have 253.5 kilobyte, which is not okay. So I have to bring the quality slightly down so that it should be below 240, because 240 is the maximum. If you go to progressive will give you this. If you go to maximum, progressive will give you 244. If you go to baseline, it will give you this 244. So just use the baseline standard and bring this value to 11, or you can click here, go to high, and then it will give you this. But I don't recommend it. I don't recommend that. Go to maximum. You can now reduce the quality instead by using this value. Either you switch to 11. 11 will give you 186, which is okay. Now let's go and see. We have two images here. This is the one that we just saved. So I will open this one. This is the one I saved. I did using Photoshop. And this is the one. Where's the one I did use? It's like, okay, I did this one using Photoshop, and okay, we did two. This is the one that I saved using the normal in order to get a 300 GPI, and this other one is the other one that I saved just using the normal way. So what we will do is we select it, go to Alt Enter like this, go to details, and at this point here you see it to be 300 GPI. Bit depth is 24, which is okay. The color representation is sRGB color mode, which is what is recommended, and the size here is less than 240. So now let's watch the magic. People will complain that they will always reject pictures because they are not, they are used by the cropping. The program that we use is not a photo tool. I don't really know that much if they reject photos not cropped with the photo tool. Photo tool itself has limitation because it will give you sizes, the position, not really what is the TV logic program is saying. So if you want to remove the metadata from Photoshop or any program, Mr. Cameron, this is now the point where you want to find out how to tackle that. If at all you crop your image using Photoshop and you want to crop it, you want to remove that name. If you want to remove that name, then this is where you have to look. You have to remove that name. You want to remove, we call it metadata. That is like the information the program used, the designer's name, the website, the address, and everything. If that person at all had those information registered under his Photoshop. So I will go back to that so that we can see So we are here, Control K, go to details, and if you want to remove metadata, we have this. You have remove properties and personal information. I don't know if you can see it. It is below this properties menu. You will find it under the properties menu. Remove properties and personal information means that if there is somebody's name there, somebody's website, somebody's phone number, somebody's email address on any photo that you download on the internet, or you did it yourself using Photoshop or any other program, then you can remove those metadata right away. So just click on remove properties and personal information. So make sure you check the before. This is like the before we have here, Adobe Photoshop 25.0. That is the program name. And remove properties and personal information. And right here now, you go down. We are here. You go down to remove the following properties from this file. Remove the following properties. And you simply go down. You check the ones that you want to remove. We are not here, please. We are here. You just, if you want to remove the title, you check the title, you check the subject, you check the rating, you check the text, you check the comment. So right now, there's nothing like the title, there's nothing like the subject, there's nothing like the rating, the text, no. So you go down until if you want to remove the program name, you just click on the program name or the date taken. If at all you are using an older picture to play your DV loyalty, maybe you want to remove the date so that it shouldn't be seen by them. You click on the date too, like this. If there are copyright information, like the owner of the image, their website, their contact, and everything, you also check it like this. So here I'm interested only in the program name because I don't have any other information which is strange here. I don't have any other information which is strange here. So just select the one that you want to remove, and then you go to OK. You go to OK. If you want to select all, there is option there, select all. You just click on select all. So I will go to OK. Now let's check to see. There is nothing here as Photoshop anymore, or the program name. There's nothing here. So your image now, they can't determine where it was cropped, the program that you use in cropping that that photo. So also, some people will get confused when they use any other program apart from the photo tool, apart from Photoshop, to crop that image. So when they bring that image now in Photoshop, in a photo tool will say the image doesn't need any cropping. That is because the dimension and everything is already okay. So for example, the one that I already cropped, let me go back to the photo tool. This is choose new photo. I will go to show file. This one is under my desktop. This is TV. So this is the one that we did. I will select it and I go to open. This is what photo tool will tell you. Your photo does not need cropping, and they even listed the photo dimensions as 600 by 600. It means that it is a square image, 600 by 600. So it now depends if the image was centered within that 600 by 600. If the dimension, the head from here, the head, you follow the dimension using, let me switch it to, so it now depends if you, from the top of your head to the bottom of your chin, fell between the required dimension 300 and 414, and also if from your eye to here respect the required dimension. So you see where the magic falls. That is why you have to be sure of what you are doing. So I don't know if I answered your question. If you can see that in your Photoshop, and correct it, it will be good. Also, please let me know in the comments if the image is not lagging, because Photoshop is telling me that the quality is not good. The quality of my live stream is not good. Maybe I touched something. I don't know. Yeah, and also, if you have any question, any doubt, anything that you are doubting, let me know in the comments so we can answer them we before the end of this live stream, because I just wanted to make it clear to some people who are having like issues when cropping their photos. They are like confused. Yeah, you can Jill Gal, you can do this with your phone, but you can only use what we call photo tool. You can use your phone. Photo tool is quite on your phone. When applying for the GB, you always find the photo example, and when you click on that photo example, you will get photo tool right there. So when you click on that photo tool with your picture already in your phone, you just click on it and then boom, it will automatically crop it for you. But me, I always like to use Photoshop because I can see things clearly. I can do things clearly. It takes time to do that, but with photo tool, it's just a single click, you are gone. But the problem is, does it really gives you the perfect dimension? To me, I will say no. I will say no. So one question. So from your experience, can you use photo with name of the Photoshop? You are asking if I can use the photo with the name of the Photoshop, with the Photoshop name on it, without removing like what we just did, right? Is that what you're trying to say? Because I've never heard of anything that they will reject photos cropped elsewhere. I don't think they cannot reject it. They cannot reject if your image is okay. I've never seen on any site that any picture crop using Photoshop will be rejected. If at all you've ever seen it somewhere, please let me know. If you've ever seen it somewhere or someone just told you it is not possible, they will reject your picture when you use Photoshop to do that. I will be glad to hear from you, to be sure if you are sure you've seen it somewhere. Have you seen it somewhere? So we are just trying to compare Photo Tool and Photoshop. Which one is good? Photo Tool is not bad, but in some situations, depending on how you took your photo, it will not give you the accurate position of your body, but it will give you the accurate resolution, which is 600 by 600. It will give you the right resolution, that is 300 dpi. It will make it in sRGB color mode. It will give you a 24 depth, a 24-bit image, yes. But you see the line, your picture, your face might not fall in the middle. So that is my biggest issue. It might not fall. So that is what I'm just trying to compare right now. And also the dimension from your head, from here, from here, the dimension from here to here, like the example I showed you using photo tool, that after we cropped using photo tool, I put it in Photoshop and I checked the dimension from here to here wasn't between 300 and 414. It was more than 414. That is why when you are taking your picture either with your phone or with your camera, don't be too close. If you take it like this, it has limited options in cropping. But if you take it like this, let me say this is me on in your camera, in your monitor, camera monitor, means the picture that my image that you are seeing right now. So go like behind like this, give some gap here, give this gap, stand like this. Yeah, it's okay. Like this, give some gap, because if I want to crop this image now like this, I can easily crop it from here like this. I have more room to make the image come closer. But if the image is like this, for example, look like this, there's just small space. I don't have more room to make it go behind, because if I make it to go behind, there will be an empty space here in my editing software. This space will be empty, which is a problem. You cannot be taking another a white background or a white overlay or a white color because you want to fill this gap. So the two colors, the white background, and every color has to be unique. Either you are using a good white background, it should be unique, it should be uniform throughout. There shouldn't be that it's like you mix two white background to come up with something. No, don't make that mistake, please. G Gal, I hope Cameron, I hope I answered your question. If you are afraid, then just remove this thing that I'm talking about. Remove the metadata or the information on the photo. Just go to the details of that photo, and then you will find under remove personal information and other things. And then Shigel, is Photoshop done only in computer? Yeah, Photoshop is done only in computer, but you can use what we call we have other programs, but I've not used them on the phone yet. Photoshop on the phone is a photo. What is this name again? Photoshop on the phone is called Adobe Photoshop Express. For example, this is Adobe Photoshop Express. Let me switch it to screen so that you can see. This is Adobe Photoshop Express. So I got like a subscription which I'm paying monthly. So I have Adobe Photoshop, I have Adobe Premiere Pro for video editing, I have Adobe After Effects for special effects, I have Adobe InDesign for documentation, creation of books, I have Adobe Dimensions, I have Adobe, and there are so many things that Adobe Illustrator for graphic design, logos, and other stuff. So this is Adobe Express. I've never used it, so you can use this crop here, but I don't think there's a place where you can add the dimension. Let me see. It is not giving that place where you can. I've never used it, so it will give me this. I don't think Express on mobile for free. So I'm not seeing like the areas where you can. Okay, I'm seeing here 7 by 4 by 4, 3 by 3. Some unique dimensions, but I'm not seeing 600 by 600. So those are okay. Please, how do I get a super white background? Okay, Okay, you just send me a message on WhatsApp. A super wide background, you can only get a super wide background on the market, in the market. Yeah, like I told you, you can only go to the market, can get it there, or you search on online Amazon if Amazon is available in your country, and then you order for a plain white background, pure white background, or you just rush to a photo studio. You can crop, if you have Photoshop, you can crop this picture yourself. Just make that person know that you only want to take the picture and do everything yourself. If they don't master it, explain them to you while watching. After watching our videos, you already know how to take the photos. There should be some gaps so that you can easily crop these photos. Have you did some pictures for for people and they win? Well, nobody has told me anything about that. Nobody has told me they won. So I don't know. I don't know. Because some people, you can help some people, and when things are good, they don't come back to tell you, oh, thank you, it was good. They just go and at least, yeah, yeah. But believe me, if you can use Photoshop, it will be better. If you don't want to disclose the program name, and then you just remove it like I showed you right now, you just remove it. You remove the metadata or the personal information, and then you use the photo like that. There will be nothing written there Photoshop. But me, I don't see anything wrong using Photoshop. All they want is, does the picture respect the dimension? Yes. Is it 600 by 600? Yes. Does the head from the top to your chin falls between 300 and 414 pixel? Yes. Does the dimension from your eyes here to where the image is cut falls between 336 and 414 pixel? Yes. Does your two eyes falls on the same line and on the same horizontal line? Yes. Does your nose falls in the middle? That means vertical, when if a line is placed like this. If okay. Is your photo in color? Means it is not white and it is not black and white. It is not black and white. Oh, maybe I'm talking like this. I'm not showing. You are not seeing what I'm saying. I forgot I switch. So it means if your head is your body is in the middle, and from here to here falls within the normal dimension, from your eyes here to where the image is cut falls within the dimension, and your photo is in color, means it is not black and white, it is in color, and your plain white background, your white background is plain, there are no folds. I mean, not twisted like my cloth here, not twisted. It is plain, uniform everywhere. There is light on it. There are no areas darker and some areas brighter. That's why you have to use light. You have to use like studio light here. Use a studio light if you are shooting indoor. So that is all. You don't have any question you don't have anything to be afraid again if your image respect all this information that I'm giving you. Or if you are still doubting, just remove the information from the photo. It is final. It is final. Can I get your YouTube, your Facebook? Yeah, my Facebook you is Armando Vision 1. That is, if you type Armando Vision 1, you will get me. So I recently changed my Facebook, my TikTok, my Instagram, because of my website. When creating my website, because I created my website, I think five months ago. Armando Media that I used to use, which is what I'm using right now on YouTube, was already taken. So the domain name was taken. So I searched and searched and searched and searched, and all I could get was Armando Vision. I didn't want it to attach something Armando Media one or Armando Media this in order to have the domain name Armando Media. So gradually I will change this YouTube also to Armando Vision so that everything can be uniform everywhere. Yeah. So if you search for Armando Vision on Facebook, you will get me, Armando Vision. Is it camera sky that you? I appreciate you are there. I don't know if I've talked with you on WhatsApp or on Instagram, because it looks like we have talked on these platforms before. But of Nune Kade, I know I just got the message you sent to me on WhatsApp. So I think the same question you asked me on WhatsApp, and I believe I've answered you. I believe I've answered your question. Yeah, the same question is per white background. Yeah. Please let me know if you got my reply. Or if you didn't, then I will message you back on WhatsApp after this live stream. So I think if you have any question, please let us know before we end the live stream. You know, TV lottery is all about luck. And now, if at all you want to travel, get a good photo. Because when you have the perfect photo, and then when filling in your information, fill in the right information. Put your name exactly as it is on your birth certificate or on your ID card. Put your email address. Put your phone number, but this phone number is optional. Don't play saying that you are married if you don't have your marriage documents. If you are not legally married, I don't advise you to play as a married person if you are not legally married. So be sure. Gigal WhatsApp number you want. So if you want my WhatsApp number, because I cannot add my WhatsApp number publicly on YouTube like this, you search for me on Instagram, and then you just type there is Gigal. So on Instagram you will, if you just type this Armando Vision. Yeah, you just ask my Facebook. I'm confirming it to you right now. So when you go to my Facebook, you will get my WhatsApp number. You can message me there. Yeah, I just got this camera. I just got your yeah. So please, if you have any question, let me know before we end the live stream. It's getting late where I am right now. It's 10:49 p.m. If you got any questions, let me know. So Photoshop to me is the best way to crop your photo, because when I'm cropping with Photoshop, I'm cropping with smile on my face because I know what I'm doing. Yeah. If you have Photoshop and you are new in Photoshop, you will definitely do it without any problem, if at all you follow my YouTube videos on the TV lottery. It is straightforward. So you can also get me on the TikTok if you want to watch more stuff, fast videos on TikTok. You can also get me there. And I also want to ask, is this live stream really flowing? Is it having some lagging? Is it lagging? Can you hear me well? Okay, thank you, Sky. Thank you for being there. At least you've been there throughout. It really helps a lot. Let me know if you still want some more of DV loyalty videos. I can still program a day and then I do some live videos. Don't rush, please. My advice for you who is watching me right now, don't rush into playing the DV loyalty until you have the perfect photo, until you are sure your photo is having a plain white background and that the dimensions are respected, because you have up to a month to play. It will end in November. You still have about 3 weeks to go. So take your time. There is nothing like late entrance. No. But don't play when it's like 5 days to the end or 2 days. 5 days to the end is okay. 2 days is okay. Even 1 day to the end is okay. But the problem is that during this time like that, the servers are saturated. You will be having like some errors while playing because so many people, they want to play at that particular moment. Late entry, they are coming. So the servers are very busy at that particular moment. So if you can play around the 20th to 25th to 30th is okay. So make sure you get the perfect photo and be sure that yes, my photo is good. Pay money if you need to pay and take, if you need to pay a studio man for him to get you a good photo. Because if you are just doing it by yourself, you don't have a good plain white background. But if you have a good plain white background and you are following my tutorials, you will definitely get a very good picture. If you have, if you are 10 of you at home, you need to go to photo studio, it's big money. But if you have a plain white background and then you follow my tutorial, you will definitely get the right and perfect photo. I am not saying you should not use photo tool. If you are not familiar using Photoshop, if you can't find someone to help you do it, then use photo tool. Photo tool, make sure you position yourself very well. Yeah, so I don't know if any picture crop with a photo tool, they still can reject a picture that you use photo tool to crop. Some people will believe that since it is photo tool, it won't be rejected. No, photo tool does not recognize everything. If it is overexposed, there's too much light, there's too much darkness, they will detect and then they will tell no, this photo is not good. But if the white background is not that white, they will not detect it. They will accept and just crop it like that without looking into the white background. So you now playing, you will say, oh, photo tool has accepted my image, my background is okay. Somebody should not crop your image for you and then and when the results are out, you don't find your name and you'll be saying, oh, maybe he did a bad job. No. That's why if anybody is coming towards me to crop, it's just for cropping. I just help you to crop the image. I didn't take the picture with my phone or with my camera. So what I give you is what you give me. I only crop it for you. But if the image I see it to be bad, I will tell you that please retake this image. Go to a photo studio. Get the perfect photo. Yeah. I myself, I apply for DV lottery. So it's not that I'm teaching you how to do this thing that they will select me. No, they don't know nothing like that. I myself, I apply. So let me know if you still have any questions so that we can end this live stream and then yeah. And if we have francophones around, don't also hesitate to ask your questions in French. I will definitely answer them for you because I think I saw I saw one question. I have super white sheet, but when I take the photo is not pure white. Nude. Yeah, if you have maybe if the white background is super good and then after taking this picture it comes out to something, that means your phone is if you are using your phone is not giving you the problem is from your phone, or maybe you position yourself, the lightning after you position yourself tends to add shadows on that white background. Some people will go and use like using the white wall of your house because this wall has some patterns on it. It's not plain, it's not that plain. The cement that they use has some small holes there. So that will create a pattern on that white background, which is not perfect. Go to the market, take your time. We have some sheets, some covers that are pure white that you can use. If you have lines there, try to use iron and iron it to make it straight. And then you use like pins. If someone cannot hold it like this for you, and then you position yourself and then they take the picture, hold it like this, make sure you hang it on top of something, and then you use pin to pin the edges so that the background shouldn't be twisted. Okay, we'll have to stop this live stream. It seems you have no questions. There is no question, then we'll definitely stop the live stream. And if you want another live stream, you can always request in commenting any of my videos. Tell me your worries so that we can do a video about that. I will say yeah. So always let me know if you have any question. Comment any of my videos and then I will answer you right away. So that was it for today. Thanks everyone that was there to support to watch this video, and I hope the information was very helpful to you. And if you are applying, please take your time. Make sure you have the perfect photo before you apply. And also, if you are applying, I wish you all the best this year. May this year be a year of success to you. And after applying, don't forget to keep your confirmation number saved. I made a video about that you can save it under what we call Google Drive, so that should in case you lose your phone to an extent, you will still log in somewhere with your Google Drive information and then you get back these pictures or this confirmation number. Save it on multiple platforms because it's something you are waiting. You want to travel. You cannot just play like this and after sometimes you look for the confirmation number and say, oh, where is my confirmation number? So thank you guys for watching. I will maybe do another video sometime if someone requests, because I'm very busy. Okay, thank you. We see you next time. Bye bye. Wishing you all the best. Other people what you've learned so that they can also improve on their GV lottery photos, the way they take them, the way they apply. Yeah, I will make a video when I have time, maybe another live stream on how to apply, but applying is very simple. So until then, thank you, stay safe, bye bye for now.